Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to This Day in History, aka TDH. I'm Xander. You are you, and we will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. It is 94 degrees. It was 98 earlier. Like, we went into the pool and everything cooled down. My goodness, it is a warm day. And, yeah, anyway, today is Thursday, aka Thursday, March 19th, 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that occurred, today throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with the year 1077. Norman monk Gundolf was consecrated as Bishop of Rochester. He went on to build Rochester Castle and the White Tower, the Tower of London, as engineer of William the Conqueror. Wow. So right out of the chute, we have right here, it's kind of small, but this is the Tower of London under construction. And it actually has really good history. Really interesting stuff happened involving that building. 1279, Mongolian victory at the naval battle of Yamen ended the Song dynasty in China. 1284, the Statute of Rudon incorporated the Principality of Wales into England. Alright, so now they have a whale of a tail. 1452, Frederick III of Habsburg was crowned Holy Roman Emperor by Pope Nicholas V at St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. He was the last Holy Roman Emperor crowned in Rome. Alright. 1540, Court of Holland named Amsterdam Sheriff John Hubrechts a heretic. That's not good. 1563, Peace of Amboise, Rise for Huguenots. The Edict of Amboise was signed, ending the first phase of the French Wars of Religion and granting certain freedoms to the Huguenots. Good. Always about religious freedoms there. 1644, 200 members of the Peking imperial family and court committed self-deletion out of loyalty to the last Ming Emperor Shanguzhen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What an article to come in on. Just
no kidding.
Mass self-deletion there.
Themselves.
Yeah. 1649, the House of Commons of England passed an act abolishing the House of Lords, declaring it, quote, useless and dangerous to the people of England, end quote. Yeah, well, those are some pretty powerful words there, and depending on...
Useless and
dangerous to the people of England.
Well, if it's useless, why is it dangerous?
Well, it's useless and dangerous.
How can it be both? If it's useless, it can't be dangerous. It can't be positive or anything.
Well, danger does not imply lack of use. I mean, I see where you're going, like, and I kind of agree, but at the same time, it's just like, how can I contradict you? I'm just trying to think. Like, there has to be a way. There has to be a way.
Oh, you lose. Move on.
1682, Assembly of the French Clergy issued a declaration stating, among other things, that the power of the king is not subject to papal authority. Okay. 1687, explorer René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de La Salle, searching for the mouth of the Mississippi River, was murdered by his old men. Yikes, I guess they got tired of searching for the stupid river. So just
like a mutiny on a ship.
Essentially, yeah. Like what's his face? Hudson, Henry Hudson. Wasn't he mutinied on and set adrift in Hudson Bay? And then they never, he was never heard or seen again.
Could have been. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, 1740, British Parliament passed the Plantation Act, naturalizing foreign Protestants and others residing for 7 years or more in any of Britain's American colonies. And this article actually was added to the primary source. Interestingly enough.
So what does that mean?
So basically, if you're 7 years or more having been there, then you are just
become a British subject.
Yeah. Okay. So this naturalized foreign Protestants and others residing for 7 years or more in any of Britain's American. So upon the passage of this act, if you've been living for that long or more, then you become national.
They're trying to get people to go there.
Yeah. 1748 Naturalization Act passed, granting Jews the right to colonize North American colonies. So that was 8 years after the previous article. That was also added to this. Actually, no, this was. Well, no, it was removed. That's interesting. Huh. So
the Jewish thing was removed?
Yeah. Yeah, because I have notes here. So the first one was added, and this Jewish one was removed. So they took away one and put in a different one. So, and this
not
is
the same year. No.
No, 8 years apart. That's interesting. 1775, 4 people were buried by an avalanche for 37 days in Borgomeleto, Italy. 3 survived. I presume that the one that didn't was cannibalized, because 37 days, I mean, unless you're in a fortuitous area, you know, in an avalanche, you got to eat.
I don't know that.
37 days?
You can survive 37 days. Not without water.
Well, you're in an avalanche.
Yeah,
just,
you got plenty of snow,
yeah.
but that's not water. That takes a lot of snow to make a cup of water.
True, and also...
But you do have it. But
yeah.
you can last 37 days, absolutely.
Yeah. Well...
No, you can't.
1808, Charles IV, King of Spain, abdicated after riots and a popular revolt at the Winter Palace Aranjuez. His son Ferdinand VII took his throne. Okay, so once again, the power of the people. They wanted that guy, not the other guy. 1812, the first Spanish Constitution was enacted, one of the earliest constitutions ever promulgated. I guess the U.S. Constitution must have been like one of the earliest as well. Like, how far back do constitutions go? That's I know right off the bat that's going to require some searching. So I'm going to let our audience tell us in the comment section. How far back do constitutions go? Like, what was the first constitution? What did it entail? You know, I'm curious. 1824, U.S. explorer Benjamin Morrow departed Antarctica after a voyage later plagued by claims of fraud. Yep. 1831, the first U.S. bank robbery. The City Bank in New York was robbed of $245,000. Wow.
Ooh.
This was removed from primary source, and from the other source, it says the first documented bank heist in U.S. history. So I know that this, for whatever reason, they removed this, not because it was inaccurate, because I have the same events on another source.
Right.
So I know what happened today. So now I want to know, why did they remove this? That's weird.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, the first documented bank heist in U.S. history, when burglars stole $245,000 or 1,831 values, I don't know what that is, from the Citibank, which is now Citibank, on Wall Street. Most of the money was recovered. It's telling me to image search this, so I'm going to do that. I think it's one of these images that gives me a little bit of text to read. Let's check this out here. Oh yes, I saw something. I just saw it. Oh well. But yeah, this is a whole article here. Wow. Okay. Let's see if I can find what it was I saw earlier. Images. There it is. Okay. On March 1931, over the earliest family, where James Honeyman and William J. Murray used forged keys to access the vault to steal over $245,000. Murray was eventually caught after depositing part of the stolen money back into the same bank. Are you stupid?
What a stupid idiot.
Are you?
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Well, it was the first bank robbery, so, you know.
Well, why don't you, we don't have time, never mind.
Why do you what?
See how much $245,000 is worth 200 years ago.
You know what? I will. Sorry for lingering on one subject, but I just, just out of curiosity, this is a history show, and 245,000, 1831. 1831. It was telling me that. Value today. Let's see here. How much is it? How much is your car worth? No. Okay, here we go. Inflation calendar. It would be worth $9,159,395.40 today.
Wow.
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 That's a lot of money. 1853, the Taiping Reform Movement occurred and made Nanjing the capital until 1864. So that was only 11 years. 1863, Confederate cruiser SS Georgiana was destroyed on her maiden voyage with a cargo of munitions and medicines valued at over $1 million in 1863. Holy crap, that's a bit. Why would you put all that in one ship? The wreck was discovered exactly 102 years later by teenage diver and pioneer underwater archaeologist E. Lee Spence. That's a little weird, exactly, because we do cover this 102 years later. On this, yeah, like I think it's on this date. I'm not sure. The SS Georgiana, said to have been the most powerful Confederate cruiser, was destroyed on her maiden voyage with a cargo of munitions, medicines, and merchandise, then valued at over $1 million. So $1 million back then.
So the other one, and we're only a few years apart, was $9 million on a quarter.
Yeah.
So this is three times that. So 9
And what
times
year
3
was
is 27 million. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's 30 years, but it's not the end of the world.
Calculates. $25,813,650.79.
That's what I said. 27 million.
So you're close. Good on you.
Well,
You're
approximately.
when it comes to money math, you are among the smartest humanity has ever been able to provide. 1866, immigrant ship Monarch of the Seas sunk in Liverpool. 738 died. Yikes! That's a lot of people. 1877, Australia beat England by 45 runs in the very first Test match. 1882, the first stone was laid for the Sagrada Familia Basilica in Barcelona, Spain, designed by Antoni Gaudi. Now, I want to image. I do have a picture of that. This is very much after the cornerstone. It's actually it's set to finish this year if it hasn't already finished.
This year,
right here. I have a video actually right here. The Sagrada Familia finally
been going on for 200 years.
144 years. Like I have a video right here.
On February the 20th, 2026, just 2 days ago, workers lifted the final arm of a 17-meter cross into the Barcelona sky.
So I'm not going to play any more of this. This will be in the underbar, but I want.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, there's been going on. So we just covered the very first stone, and I think it is completed. Like it has been completed recently, like weeks ago, if that. That just really shows you how much it goes
realize
into.
if you're working on the finished product, your grandfather who worked on it.
There are actual
great-grandfather.
There are actual generational career people.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Some people they're like their grandfather started it, and some guy made a comment, but like blah blah blah. I'm finishing what my grandfather started 144 years ago or whatever. Great grandfather.
Yeah.
Or great. Yeah, no, there's some things like that in that video as well.
I'm sure
like, it's awesome. But before I continue, I got to throw that into the underbar section really quick. The Sagrada Familia. Okay, there we go. Save. Nope, we don't need to save that. There we go. Alright, what else do we have here? Moving on up to 1885. Louis Riel returned to Canada, proclaiming provisional government in Saskatchewan, beginning the Northwest Rebellion. 1892, three brothers Hearney play in the same, I guess that's their name, the three brothers Hearn, played the same Test cricket, England versus South Africa at Cape Town. Three brothers in the same game. That's cool. 3 years later, Los Angeles Railway was established to provide streetcar service. Yeah, we had streetcars for a little while.
Yeah.
1900, the British archaeologist Sir Arthur John Evans began excavating Knossos Palace, the center of Cretan civilization. That sounds important. 1911, the first International Women's Day saw over 1 million men and women attend rallies in Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland. You know what? I'm going to do something here. 1 million women and men, because it's Women's Day. Put them first. You know.
There you go.
Am I wrong? Issues discussed included women's right to vote and to hold public office, the right to work, to vocational training, and to end discrimination on the job.
Well, let's don't go crazy.
Well,
joke. It's a joke.
I know, but something that isn't a joke. All these, because I believe that there's still people out there going around claiming about the wage discrepancy, how women are paid 70%, 70 cents on the dollar.
That's crap. I'm sorry.
Well, no, let me prove to you why it's crap. If that was true, why would any men be employed? Why would? Because if you can pay women less, then you're going to only hire women.
It's against the law to pay women.
Well,
less.
That's not the point of my argument.
Okay.
Okay, law or unlaw. Okay, it doesn't matter. If it is actually true, which I know it's not, it's all bullshit.
No, it's true. Okay. Women make 70% less than men. That's true.
Yeah, but they're not making 70 cents for every dollar a man makes, on any job.
No, it's all women, all men.
You're not understanding my argument.
I am understanding your argument. I'm telling you, I'm agreeing with you. But it is absolutely true, and here's why. How many women are up on the 105th floor riveting something into the welding.
Well,
and those
yes.
guys are making a great deal of money.
You're
It's
going.
the type of jobs.
You're 100% right.
Real-
I'm not trying to go down that
dangerous
avenue.
jobs pay more.
I'm trying to say that these people going out believing that any job that they get, they're going to get paid less than men.
No, absolutely
No,
will not.
I know what I'm trying to say.
I know. I'm agreeing with
But
you.
you're not letting me finish what I'm trying to say. Like, these people, if they start arguing that bullshit with you, just say, okay, well, if you're right, then how come, women and only women are the only ones employed? Because if they do get paid less, that's the first thing every employer would do, is to get the cheaper ones. It knocks their argument out of any part. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
Everything that you're saying is true, but that's getting way too much to the technical. I'm trying to, one swing done argument over, not get into all this, because these people, they're stupid. They're not going to understand all these facts. You got to knock them off immediately,
Well, you'll never knock them off. They're going to say, no, men get paid more.
Well, if they do, then why do they have jobs?
I know.
You got to hit them.
Why would you hire someone and pay them more
Exactly.
for the same job?
You see, you got to hit them quick.
I understand what you're saying.
1915, Pluto was photographed for the first time, although it was unknown at the time. It's telling. Oh, here's
They didn't know what they.
Yeah, here's an image of that International Women's Day march and everything. And okay, we haven't gotten to there yet. Yeah, it's a little bit of spoilers in the future.
Yeah, we got a teaser.
Yeah. Let's see here. Image search. Right here. Actually, this is very small. That's too small to read. I was hoping to be able to read that, but yeah. So, I guess I'm not going to show this. Actually, hold on a
They
second.
just discovered something new about Pluto, by the way.
Tell me.
I'm trying to remember correctly. I'm not sure again, but it has a heated core.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's it. What?
Yeah. You have to look it up, make sure I'm right.
I need to. Yeah. Well.
They've just discovered that somehow.
Pluto.
Because of these ice things or something that are formed.
Oh, the
Giant
ice volcano things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later, right?
Yeah,
it
no,
says
I'm
here
just-
1930.
it just
Original discovery plate. Arrow points at Pluto. So this was the original one, but they didn't realize that was Pluto.
Okay.
Oh no, all the way over there, that little dot. You can't even see it, from your.
Yeah.
It's like a pixel.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's
Yeah.
this.
Wow.
So, and then discovery of Pluto's companion Charon, bulge to the top right. That's a weird ass photograph. And then this is a Hubble image, and then just throughout time, 2010, 2013, and then we did that flyby. Pluto is alive, but where is the heat coming from? Okay, so I'm going to keep that open myself there. 1915, the sixth summer of modern Olympic Games, IOC President Pierre de Coubertin wrote to Associated Press indicating 1916 Berlin Games will not take place because of World War I. Yes. Yeah, so that makes sense. 1917, U.S. Supreme Court upheld 8-hour work day for railroad employee work week. Yikes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no money though. 1918, S. Potter became the first U.S. pilot to shoot down a German seaplane. All right. That same year, U.S. adopted Standard Time Act of 1918, also known as the Calendar Act, a federal law implementing standard time and daylight saving time, and defining 5 time zones for the United States. All right. 1920, U.S. Senate rejected the Treaty of Versailles for the second time, refusing to ratify the League of Nations Covenant and maintaining a policy of isolation. So yeah, for the longest time, the U.S. did not want anything to do with all of this globalist crap. But eventually we got taken over from within, and now we're part of it. So, 21, Italian fascists shot from the Prerenzia train at a group of children in Strinjan, Slovenia. 2 children were killed, 2 mangled, and 3 were wounded. What's the difference between mangled and wounded? Wouldn't mangled mean wounded? I mean, you're not going to be comfortable while mangled, I don't think. I mean,
No.
I mean, if your arm is sticking out of your pelvis and then back out through your ear canal, that's mangled, and I don't think that's too comfortable.
I don't think there's any difference between the two.
I don't know. That's kind of weird to distinguish those two things. 1927, bloody battles between communists and Nazis in Berlin. Oh, yeah! Let the two evils kill each other! Yes! 28, Amos and Andy
Amos and Andy
debuted on radio, NBC Blue Network, WMAQ, Chicago.
I don't remember the radio, but I sure remember their TV show.
Yeah.
That came out, and the same guys.
Yeah.
And the one that ended up being the biggest star in it wasn't Amos or Andy. It was a guy named Kingfish.
Huh. That's cool. Yeah, like for some reason I knew that you knew this or something. Like I heard your voice saying that Amos and Andy, yeah. So I put it in because I knew that you remembered it somehow.
Not the radio part.
Yeah, not the radio, but
yeah,
I would get exactly what I got out of you.
Yeah.
You know, adds to the show. 1930, Nakagawa Soen accepted as a student of Katsubi Kaigu Roshi. That sounds important. It sounds like some like weird martial art. Well, not really weird, but like mythical martial art thing. He's a one. 1931, Nevada legalized gambling. Governor Fred B. Balzer signed a bill legalizing gambling in Nevada.
Look at it today. It's crumbling.
Well, what's really interesting is Las Vegas, like the Strip and all that stuff.
Load of hurt.
Well, yes.
I'm sorry, finish.
Well, yes, no, but like the actual all the casinos and everything are not actually in the city of Las Vegas. Like they're in like a different area under a different jurisdiction that lies within the greater metropolitan area.
Downtown is the city of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The Strip is outside the
it's more than the Strip. Yeah, it's more than the Strip because in the actual city of Las Vegas, gambling is illegal. But
there are plenty downtown.
No, in Clark County it's legal, but in the city it's not.
How do they play downtown?
Because it's not the city.
Gotta be.
It's not the city.
Okay, we gotta look at that different.
Hold on a second.
Look at that later.
Las Vegas, not in Vegas. Let's see if this comes up. Energy impact. Hey, no. Okay, this is just.
Is gambling illegal in the city of Las Vegas, Nevada?
Let's see here. Is gambling?
They never give you a straight answer. That's the problem.
Vegas City.
It just gives yes, no.
Las Vegas Insider Guide. Oh, this is just telling us more about the current events. No, because. Well, no. Okay, because all of what you just brought up about them all being in trouble is topical. Those are going to be on the top of the search. What I'm trying to find is going to require some digging, but I have seen it, a video out there or two, but that's going to require some digging. So remind me after the show.
Okay.
1937, astronomer Fritz Zwicky published his research on stellar explosions, coining the term supernova, and hypothesizing that they are the origin of cosmic rays. And image search this here really quick. Fritz Zwicky, image search. Here we go. This is the one I want. Let's see here. Bulgarian astronomer, not very intelligent, had moments of genius. Supernova. Why did they have not very intelligent as a bullet point? That's so rude. I didn't add that. It's there.
I know.
What the hell?
Know. That's annoying.
I know.
Fritz, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I guess that's why they call it on the Fritz. Because it's not very intelligent, but it had moments of genius. It works sometimes. Recognized that there wasn't enough visible mass to hold galaxies together. Dark matter. He came up with dark matter as well?
It didn't say that.
Dark matter is created whenever new matter is created. Antiprotons and antineutrons. Star explosion quotes. Brendan, page 36. So he might have had. It sounds like he had some kind of hand in the creation of the theory of dark matter, at least.
Maybe.
So. 1937, Pope Pius XI published encyclical Divini Redemptoris against communism. 1 year after that, NHL Toronto Maple Leafs and New York Americans combined to score 8 goals in just under 5 minutes. Toronto won game 8-5.
It can't be New York Americans.
That's what they're called, New York Americans. So, 1938, it's right here. So.
Wow, maybe that was their name then.
Yeah. 1942, FDR ordered men between 45 and 64 to register for non-military duty. So they just need pencil pushers and all that stuff. 43, Frank Nitti, the Chicago outfit boss after Al Capone, committed self-deletion at the Chicago Central Rail Yard. All right.
I never knew he
Good
committed
riddance.
suicide.
Yeah. Well,
Frank Nitti, Frank Nitti was big on the Untouchables.
Ah.
Back in the day, TV show.
1945, 800 people were killed as kamikaze attacked USS Franklin off Japan. During World War II, off the coast of Japan, a dive bomber hit the aircraft carrier USS Franklin, killing 724 of her crew. Badly damaged, the ship was able to return to the U.S. under her own power. Yeah. And it looks like I might have, gone over. Oh, there it is.
Did get it back. And
32 Sydney Harbour Bridge opened in Sydney, Australia. I did remember because I had this image.
Yeah.
And I put them in chronological order, but I didn't cover this article. So in 1932, this bridge opened, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and then now we have a. Here's the image of that ship. Look at that list.
Yeah, they got that back out on the sea pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh wow. Hold on a second. Let me bring that back up. I just saw something interesting there. Do you see anything, like right off the bat?
A big hole in the center?
Well, no, that's the lift.
Yeah.
All the people are over here to counterbalance.
Ah.
You see that? Like they have
everything helps. That's not helping much.
Yeah, well,
anything helps.
Look how small that carrier looks.
Yeah, compared to today.
Yeah.
But I think it's a telephoto, so it shrinks down because they're shooting it from far away.
Maybe. Whatever the case, they have all the people over here that they can whatever they can, they can do.
Yeah, good pickup on that.
Yeah, I just saw that right as I was closing the image. Wait, hold up a second. So World War II, off the coast of Japan, a dive bomber hit the aircraft carrier USS Franklin, killing 724 of her crew, as opposed to 800 from the primary source. Badly damaged. Okay, yeah. So I read all that. Adolf Hitler issued a Nero decree in 1945 as well to destroy all German factories, ordering all industries, military installations, shops, transportation facilities, and communications facilities in Germany to be destroyed.
What?
Scorched earth. Well, he was losing.
Losing, yeah.
Yeah,
40,
so it's just
45 is the end of the war.
Yeah.
Oh, they had another 6 months, or
well, they were really down to bare bones and all that stuff.
Yeah, they had less than that because Japan was much later.
Yeah, Japan was August or something.
August, September.
I think August. But yeah, VE Day, Victory in Europe, is just around the corner.
Yeah.
46, French Guiana, Guadeloupe, Martinique, and Reunion became overseas departments of France, or states or whatever it is. So we have here, there's an image of these things. Regions, d'Outre-mer, France, Guyane, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Mayotte, and La Réunion. Moving on up to 1949, the first museum devoted exclusively to atomic energy, Oak Ridge in Tennessee, opened, I guess. Or, I don't know, it doesn't say it started construction, finished construction.
It didn't say bombs, it said energy.
Atomic energy, yes. Yeah. So, well, bombs are a type of expelling of energy, so of course they'd cover the bomb.
Yeah,
so
you hope so.
Yeah. 1954, the first rocket-driven sled on rails was tested in Alamogordo, New Mexico.
Are you kidding me?
And look, there's a seat. Open air.
No, wait. That's way too new of a picture.
No. Look at the green.
54 or something?
It could be colorized. I don't know.
So that's on a rail.
Yeah, it's on rails.
Wow.
I'm gonna look this up to see if I have any other examples of pictures.
So what's the top end of that thing again? Did it say?
No, just rocket-driven sled. Oh, good lord! Look at this.
Wow.
But no, this appears to be like the original one.
Yeah.
And just, I would not want to be in that seat.
If they ever tested it.
Oh, they must have. Like.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
those pictures up there are just on a short rail. It's not going anywhere.
No. I mean, they're not going to have it on the active line. That's probably a museum piece now. 56, the biggest NBA margin of victory: Minnesota Lakers 133 to St. Louis Hawks 75. I wonder if it's still
weird about that.
The biggest one. What's weird
about that article?
You Minnesota Lakers. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 1950.
They didn't give you a score. That's screwy.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, they did. 133 to 75.
Oh, excuse
me. Yeah, the biggest margin of victory.
I was focusing on the Minnesota Lakers.
Yeah, you got two hooked up there. But would that still be the largest margin of victory? Like, what's 133 minus 75? Damn it. 133 minus 75. There we go. 58. 58-point discrepancy.
I'd say it's bigger than that today.
Maybe. 1958, Britain's first planetarium opened at Madame Tussauds in London. What an interesting place a wax museum and you're opening a planetarium. I mean, I guess maybe as part of the planetarium exhibits, you'd have like a wax figure of Copernicus or whatever. I don't know. We also have the Monarch Underwear Company fire left 24 dead and 15 injured.
Yeah.
Just like, with all due respect to the
shorts down.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking like liar, liar, pants on fire. But good lord, 24 deaths because of that. An underwear company fire. Like that's what a weird way to go.
Yeah.
1962, Columbia Records released a self-titled debut album of American or U.S. folk singer Bob Dylan. Quickly recorded collection of mostly cover tunes with 2 original songs was largely ignored. This was added to primary source.
He took off like a rocket in 64.
62, the Algerian War of Independence ended. Good. And 64, Sean Connery's first day of shooting on the James Bond film Goldfinger.
Ooh, not to be mistaken with what was the first Goldfinger movie.
You mean James Bond movie, Dr. No.
Dr. No.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks Goldfinger, not everybody.
Yeah, well, Dr. No was before they even gave him really a name.
Yeah.
They weren't thinking about making a franchise. They were just making a movie, and then they really pressed hard, with their advertising and everything, and they really jammed it down people's throats. They were kind of annoying
I liked it. I wasn't annoyed.
Well, no, like I'm talking about the aspect of
advertising.
Going out and they literally went door to door and handed people flyers. Something they were really aggressive. Like they were incredibly aggressive.
The James Bond or the Dr. No?
I think Dr. No or one of them somewhere, but I just don't like advertising, and especially when you get to that aggressiveness, like. If your stuff is good, then it'll sell itself. If you have to push that hard, then you're trying to sell me shit. That's how I see it. 1964, over 500,000 Brazilians attended the March of the Family with God for Liberty in protest against the government of João Goulart and against communism. There's nothing more ungodly than communism. Well, I guess fascism, a lot of other things actually is ungodly. So, 65, Indonesia nationalized all foreign oil companies. And we also have Rembrandt's Titus sold for a then record 7,777,000 guilders. Okay. 65 as well, the wreck of the SS Georgiana. Yeah, here we go. Valued at over $50 million and said to be the most powerful Confederate cruiser, was discovered by teenage diver and pioneer underwater archaeologist E. Lee Spence exactly 102 years after its destruction. Now that's just weird.
And he's a teenager?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is too much. This sounds like, the whole thing I was talking about, like rewriting history, or like maybe we are in a Matrix simulation because only a machine could make something like this, happen. Like, I don't know, the mind of a machine. 1967, French Somaliland, nowadays called Djibouti, voted to continue association with France. All right, sounds like they're a bunch of kiss asses over there in Djibouti. 68, Howard University in Washington.
Djibouti.
Yeah, Washington D.C. Students seized the administration building. Why?
Yeah.
Like, what were they protesting? 1969, British invaded Anguilla. Once again, I ask why are they invading this place that I've never heard of? 69, the 385 the 385 meter or 1,263 foot tall TV mast at Emily Moore Transmitting Station, United Kingdom, collapsed due to ice buildup.
Oops.
And here's a photo of it. It's the best photo I can get, so it's a very tall structure there.
Doesn't look like there's much around it, so that's good.
Yeah. 1970.
That could take a lot of houses out.
Yeah. 1970, West German Chancellor Willy Brandt and East German Premier Willy Stoph, two Willies, met at Erfurt, East Germany, for the first time since the division of Germany in 1949. Wow. Now, what's really interesting is that this primary source has been edited. It used to just say, W German Chancellor and E German Premier meet. And then they've since added a whole much more.
Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, nothing burger.
Yeah. That's why I say, utilize 2 or more sources for everything. 72, first AIAW women's basketball tournament. Immaculata defeated Westchester State 52-48 in Normal. And 72 as well, India and Bangladesh signed a friendship treaty. Sounds pretty cool. The LA Lakers, now they're in LA,
Yeah.
defeated Golden State Warriors 162-99 by then record 63 points. So there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep, the record has
I
been
should have
beaten.
known that.
Yeah. What's interesting is this is...
I think that was, I don't know if that particular game, but that year I believe they had the longest winning streak also. I can't remember what the number was, like 23 games or something.
This is really interesting too. Now we have two examples in this show of things connected on the exact same calendar date but many years apart. First that Confederate ship, and then now this basketball record. So that's, I don't know, man. Maybe we are in a simulation, because only zeros and ones can make, because, I mean, there's only 365 days in the year, so eventually some things will repeat. But to repeat like that, this fast, I don't know. 1974, Jefferson Starship began their first tour.
Oh yeah, Starship. That was they came out of Jefferson Airplane.
Ah, okay. 75, Pennsylvania was the first state to allow girls to compete with boys in high school sports. Well, that's a great way to break the will of the girls. You're like putting them in against boys. They're going to get creamed.
Yeah.
So, come on. 77, last episode of the Mary Tyler Moore Show premiered on CBS with a group hugs searching for a box of tissues, then singing It's a Long Way to Tipperary. All right. 78, 50,000 people demonstrated in Amsterdam against a neutron bomb. I would have loved to be there. 79, U.S. House of Representatives began a live TV broadcast via C-SPAN, broadcasting its day-to-day business via the cable television network C-SPAN. Do they still do that? Like, do they live stream? That'd be cool to just randomly I wonder what the House is doing. Like, just watch a live stream on YouTube.
Certain events, C-SPAN will definitely go in and live stream.
Maybe I should start paying more attention to that stuff.
Well, we have C-SPAN.
Well, I'm talking about like on YouTube or like Twitch or Rumble or where are they online as well? Because I don't have a TV up here, so.
I don't know.
In 1981, 2 workers were killed in the Space Shuttle Columbia accident. Not the explosion, but
right.
Do you know about this at all? Like,
I'm
what
trying
was
to
this
remember as you're saying about the explosion.
Yeah, because it was more than 2. And these are workers, not astronauts. Space shuttle worker was killed Thursday. Okay. Apparently by ...
And they've had some astronauts killed on the ground too in simulation deals.
This was a freak accident that marred a successful dress rehearsal of the spaceship Columbia's maiden launch in 3 weeks.
Okay, so there's
add this in the underbar section. Let's see here. Columbia disaster. There we go. Wasn't there another link I had earlier that I wanted to put in there? I don't remember. There's a picture right there of the 2 German people meeting.
That.
Okay. 1984, mobile oil tankers filled 200,000 gallons into Columbia River. That's not good.
Ooh.
84 as well, 2-time Cy Young Award winner Denny McLain was indicted on charges of drug trafficking, embezzlement, and racketeering. 25-year sentence was later quashed. Yikes.
Oh, I thought he went to jail.
Well, maybe he did, and then it was later quashed, and then he got out. I don't know. 85, U.S. Senate voted 55-45 to authorize production of the MX Peacekeeper intercontinental ballistic missile. Yeah, that's what we need. 87, U.S. televangelist Jim Baker resigned amid struggle-snuggle accusation by Secretary Jessica Hand. Good. Look at this guy. What a evil-looking person. I mean, dude, like, let me bigger this image. Just the way he smiles, does he not look like the Joker without makeup? He has. You want to know where I got these scars? 1988, 2 British Army corporals were attacked during a funeral procession, beaten and shot dead by the Provisional IRA in Belfast, North Ireland. Yikes, man! It really takes effort to be worse than the Westboro Baptist Church. I thought it was bad enough where they were picketing the soldiers of funerals. Remember that during the Afghan War and all that stuff 10 years or so ago? There were soldiers coming back home in boxes.
Yeah.
And the Westboro Baptist Church were picketing and rioting at the funerals.
Yeah. Oh, I remember
because
that. Yes,
they were going on
yes.
about it saying that God killed them because this nation supports homosexuals. I mean, oh my God, how awful can you be? Well, I mean, that at least he didn't kill anybody. So at the funeral, which the IRA are, so And to that I only say, just free Ireland. But Britain just does not want to let go of their freaking imperialistic iron grip on what little they have left. So, it's really sad. 1989, Boeing V-22 Osprey VTOL aircraft made maiden flight. Let's take a look at this bird here. Remember when we saw a Harrier, like driving past Cap Pendleton that one time?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we see it. We saw him every now and then.
Yeah.
But this is an Osprey. This is a helicopter thing.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That was awesome seeing that.
Yeah. You're just driving.
By chance.
Yeah, you're just driving along, and then just airplane comes up. And, well, okay, hello.
There was a lookout there too. We pulled over and checked it out.
Yeah. 89, the Egyptian flag was raised at Taba, marking the end of Israeli occupation since the Six-Day War in 1967 and the Egypt-Israeli Peace Treaty in 1979. So, yep, another example. Like, good thing Egypt got their land back. So, but with what's going on now, yeah, I fear for what's happening. 1990, the first world.
What do you fear for? No, I'm not going to ask.
I fear for everybody. I fear for both sides. All of this is bullshit. All of it. I don't take a side. Not to sound like Trump or anything, I just want the killing to stop. How about that? Do I have to be partisan? Like everybody else? Or can we all agree that both sides are awful and everything is just needless? Can we not agree on that? 1990, first World Ice Hockey Tournament for women was held, Ottawa. All right. We also have the ethnic clashes of Targu Mures began 4 days after the anniversary of the revolutions of 1848 in the Austrian Empire. Dang. 91, Gorbachev said the Soviet Union will cut its oil exports by nearly half. Did they? Can you remember that by chance?
I don't remember, but they probably did when there was a glutton and trying to get the price up.
Ah. Good old continent head. You had that little scar. Looks like
it's a birthmark.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
But people call it continent head or Europe head or something because it looks like a map or something. 91, MLB Kansas City Royals announced they are putting Bo Jackson on waivers. What does that mean?
Releasing him.
Oh, okay. Any reason why? Is he retiring?
Was this which one was it? Football or baseball?
Football. Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, Kansas City Royals. That's baseball.
Yeah.
Probably
the the Chiefs are the football ones.
Yeah. Probably just wasn't making the grade and he had a contract, so they waived him.
All right. 91 as well, NFL owners stripped Phoenix of the 1993 Super Bowl game because Arizona does not recognize the federal holiday Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. Don't punish them because they just so happen to be... That's bullshit. I mean, dude, they're a sports team, not political representatives of a state.
Yeah.
Let them have their fucking trophy. God's sakes. 91, Sacramento Kings set NBA record of 29 consecutive road losses. Wonder if that's still the record. 94, 2,500 kilograms of cocaine was intercepted in Zeewolde, Netherlands. That's a lot of Colombian powder there.
I thought you were going to say Biden's kid. Found with Biden's kid.
Oh, yeah. No, he is on the hunt, though.
No.
He is a hunter. So, I guess that joke went by then. 94, largest omelet at 1,383 square feet was made with 160,000 eggs in Yokohama, Japan. I gotta look this up, and I would have loved to take a bite of this.
Or 10 ostrich eggs.
10 ostrich eggs, yeah. That's that's a huge omelet. Look at the size of that thing.
Wow.
That's huge. These are not the same ones. That is one that fits on a plate. I would like to try that. That's
a lot of eggs.
Yeah. So
the one on the plate, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the big one's a lot of eggs.
Remember that omelet I had during my the road trip I took with Diego and all that stuff?
Why would I remember it?
Well, I mean, I talked with you about it when I got back
and
everything. I went to that one place that had that huge ass omelet and all that stuff.
Okay.
I have pictures. 95, Arizona began using new telephone area code 520 outside of Phoenix. So, if you know of that area code, this is when it started. Yeah. What? Oh, you don't? Of course not. 95 as well, Michael Jordan rejoined NBA Chicago Bulls. After 17 months trying a career in baseball, he scored 19 points in 103-96 loss to the Pacers in Indianapolis. Yep. 2001, Bank of Japan issued a monetary policy known as quantitative easing, which stimulated the Japanese economy after the burst of the dot-com bubble. We also have German trade union Verdi was formed. Okay. 2002, U.S. invasion of Afghanistan, Operation Anaconda ended. It had started back on March 2nd after killing 500 Taliban and Al-Qaeda fighters with 11 Allied troop fatalities. Zimbabwe was suspended from the Commonwealth on charges of human rights abuses and of electoral fraud following a turbulent presidential election. 1 year after that, airstrikes by a U.S. and British-led coalition signaled the beginning of the invasion of Iraq without United Nations support and in defiance of world opinion. Well, fuck you, we're America, we'll do what we want. 2003, United States President George W. Bush addressed the nation announcing the invasion of Iraq. I was a junior or a sophomore in high school. I was a junior.
Junior, you had to be a junior.
Junior in 2003? No.
Well, you were there in 01 when...
01 to 02 was...
Freshman.
02 to 03...
So you were a junior.
So it was... No, sophomore. Because I started school in September.
Yeah.
That's when I started.
So you started in 2000 or 2001?
2001. I was 1.5 weeks into my high school life as a freshman when 9/11 happened.
So freshman is...
1 to 2, and then 2 to 3.
Well, no, listen. You started in 1.
Okay, let's make a diagram.
Sophomores 2. Juniors 3.
And seniors 4. And I graduated in 05.
Yeah, later in the year.
Yeah, so I would have been a sophomore.
2004. Actually, you would have been a senior.
This is 2003.
2003, you would have been a junior.
No.
4 a senior, graduating in 5.
Okay. September of 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was a freshman. Okay. September 2001, and then September of 2002, I was a sophomore. 2003, junior. Okay, but this is before
2003.
It's 2000. Okay,
I'm getting mixed up.
Yes, you
are
are.
a sophomore.
I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
2004, a Swedish DC-3 was shot down by Russian MiG-15 in the 1950s. It's finally recovered after years of work. The remains of the crew were left in place pending further investigations. 2004 as well, Taiwanese President Chen Shui-bian was shot just before the country's presidential election on March 20th. Dang. That's terrible. The March 19th shooting incident, Taiwan President Chen Shui-bian was shot. Same thing. 2006, on the weekend of his 84th birthday, Fred Shuttlesworth gave his final sermon in front of 300 people at the Greater New Light Baptist Church. Shuttlesworth.
Wow.
Shuttles, like a space shuttle, but
I got it.
of value. 2008, GRB 080319b, a cosmic burst that is the farthest object visible to the naked eye was briefly observed. I have to look that up. I have to see if they have a picture of that. Let's see here. Visible from the naked eye, apparently, but it's not showing us what it would look like from the naked eye. There's just a bunch of computer rendered images and... Oh wow, look at that though. Look how bright. This is what the object looked like, and then after it was that luminescent, it shrunk down. It was that bright. That's hella bright, dude.
Yeah.
Look at the ring on that.
Yeah.
Wow. 2011, Libyan civil war. After the failure of Muammar Gaddafi's forces to take Benghazi, the French Air Forces launch Operation Harmattan, beginning foreign military intervention in Libya. 2012, Wendy's overtake Burger King to become the second best-selling hamburger chain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For whatever reason, people, they want like a 2-to-1 meat versus bun ratio. I mean, they say they have the square patties Wendy's does because they don't cut corners, but then they cut the corners on the buns. It's like,
okay.
That's why I don't go there, because I want a 1-to-1 meat to bun ratio on my burger. If I wanted to eat just straight up ground beef, I'll go have what's it called? The steak that my mom used to get all the time? So Salisbury steak, right? That's just ground beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if I want a Salisbury steak, I'll have Salisbury steak. You know, I won't go to Wendy's. 2013, NASA's Mars rover Curiosity discovered further evidence of water-bearing minerals. 2014, Israel sent Air Force against Syrian military units involved in an attack yesterday on an Israeli patrol in the Golan Heights. 2014, Russia captured the Ukrainian naval base in Sevastopol. 2016, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, directed by Zack Snyder and starring Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, first premiered in Mexico City. That's an interesting place for it to premiere. Mexico. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Mexico City. I guess they're trying to make it more...
What if they dubbed it?
They had to. I mean...
That's what he said.
Yeah. 2018, world's last male northern white rhino, a 45-year-old Sudan, died in Kenya. All right, and you know they killed all the, you know, like all the black rhinos are fine, the brown rhinos are fine, the white rhinos are now extinct. You know, I find that very very xenophobic and problematic. So, you know, justice for the white rhinos, huh? 2019, super bloom of poppies in Walker Canyon, Southern California, was visible from space after high rainfall. I have to look at that. I think we've looked this up before, and I accidentally did a thing there. Hold on a second. Super bloom. I want to get the visit from. Whoa! Oh my! Look at that. That's a super bloom right there. I mean, it all looks like dirt, but that's all orange. That's all you can see. Let me see a better example. Open image. That's all flowers, guys.
I like the close up.
Look at that. Yeah. Man. That looks so powdery. Like, you can see the pollen.
Yeah.
Like, that is...
the purple in there.
Oh, purple and orange. Oh, man.
I like what different flowers claim territories.
Yeah. That's cool. Look at all these red ones. Beautiful. What else do we got here? 2019, U.S. Karen Ublanek became the first woman to win Mathematics Abel Prize. I was glad she was able to.
Sounds like a Karen.
I had to reread the name. I was just like, wait, Karen. I was just like, how does she sound like a Karen? Oh, because her name is... 2019, Houston Rockets guard James Harden became the first player in NBA history to score at least 30 points against all 29 opponents in a single season with 31 and a 121-105 win over the Atlanta Hawks.
Wait a minute. Does it say Dave Harden?
James Harden.
Thank you.
Did I say Dave Harden?
Yeah.
Okay. 2019, image of Australian rules footballer Tyler Harris was attacked by internet trolls and controversially removed before being reinstated. Image of Australian rules footballer Tyler Harris. Let's see why the trolls would have trolled her. Oh my goodness. What the hell kind of a pose is that? Like, now I can see that's the image that they're talking about. Now I can see why they trolled her. Okay. 2019 as well, Kazakh President Nursultan Nazarbayev announced his resignation after nearly 30 years in office, the last Soviet-era head of state in 2019.
Wow.
So, yep, that's wild. 2020, professional football in England is further postponed until no earlier than April 30th due to the Kung Flu pandemic. And the state of California, with 910 cases of Kung Flu, locked down and ordered people to stay at home.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb.
That was the summer of 2020 was the first time in my life that I've ever had $1,000 in the bank. And I'll never see that much money again in the rest of my life. I never will. Oh, I know I never will. You know, and robotics and everything, I mean... You know, I'm screwed. You know, all 8 billion, all 9 billion people on this planet are screwed. You know? So, I don't know what we're going to do for work. Unless we all become a global communist society on some kind of allowance. Because if we don't have work, if everything's, you know, mental is AI and physical is robotics, what are we going to do? We're screwed.
Well,
you know?
All I got to say is Fauci was the problem with that, man.
Oh, absolutely.
He got the president to buy into that, and...
I don't think he got anybody to buy into anything. I think that they're all in the same club, and they're all just playing their stage part. So, 2021, Icelandic volcano Faradj erupted for the first time in 800 years after more than 50,000 earthquakes. That's a lot of earthquakes. 2021 as well, Vice President of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, at the age of 61, was sworn as president after the death of John Magufuli, becoming the country's first female chief executive. This was added to primary source, and I wonder, like, you know, how did the other guy die? Was it mysterious circumstances? Did she kill him? You know.
Wow,
So,
you're going off the rails there.
I don't know. You know, I mean, you know, look at Mexico, just south of our border. You know, the president of that country has a 35, 40, you know, people blood trail behind her. 2023, UBS, Switzerland's largest bank, agreed to buy its rival Credit Suisse, which was established in 1856, for about $3.2 billion to help ease global financial panic. The deal was brokered by Swiss government. Yeah, you know, when money of that caliber is moving around, it's just very suspicious. 2024, China launched Kuaiyou 2 to relay satellite for the far side of the moon to support its Chang'e 6 lunar sample return mission. We also have Finland was ranked the happiest country in the world by UN for the 7th year in a row, with Afghanistan the lowest ranked. Well, you know, I suspect Afghanistan to be pretty unhappy. 2024, Hong Kong Parliament passed tough new security law, Article 23, focusing on sentences for external interference and insurrection. Philanthropist Mackenzie Scott announced her organization Yield Giving. It was giving away $640 million to 361 nonprofits after an open call for applications. And last but not least, this time last year, new data on dark energy from the DESI telescope further upended scientific belief that the universe is constantly expanding. Its results show it has instead weakened over the last 4.5 million years. So are we now crunching back down?
I believe that it eventually will.
It's one way or another. We're either going to dissipate until everything, even on a molecular level, starts drifting away, and then it just becomes a vast, diluted sea of nothingness with an atom every billion miles, or we all come crunching back. One of those two. Neither one sounds pretty good at all.
Well,
so
it won't crush you in, but it'll come back. It breathes.
Yeah. But how are you so
breathes
sure?
in and breathes out.
But how are we so sure it hasn't breathed in and breathed out since the Big Bang?
Well, we're not sure about that.
True, you know, or maybe the Big Bang was after a big crunch. You know, maybe you are right, but it doesn't breathe. It just keeps going until, you know, it's a singularity, and then it just backs out again.
Well, then we're going to be really fat before it backs out.
Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, so we can only bring you a portion, you know, from two different sources. It's up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, with a yearn to learn, to think outside what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from our own and find a better way to be better to one another. For your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I'm A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you, viewer, of course, are you until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is. Don't forget to rate, or don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. We made it under an hour. Woo!
What time is it? I don't know.
It's 5:58. We still
Whoa,
have a minute
how about
change.
that?
Until later, toodles. Yeah, and yeah.